Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. First of all, before I get to my video, I just like to thank everybody that subscribed to my channel. I got 100 subscribers. Now I know to most people that's not a lot, but to me, I never thought I'd get more than 5 subscribers. To sit here and listen to me stumble and bumble through my videos talking about wrestling magazines. So first, I just want to thank you everybody that subscribed. Um, so I'm gonna do something a little different today. I'm going to try to I'm going to give you my top 10 favorite wrestling magazine covers. I was putting my magazines in a new bin, and I was trying looking at all of them, and I'm thinking, man, what are my top 10 favorite covers? So right now I'm going to give you my top 10 favorite wrestling magazine covers. So number nine, number nine favorite wrestling cover, Sports Review Wrestling, April 1989. Starcade True Grit, exclusive coverage of all the action and drama. Basically, I love this cover of Lex Luger having Ric Flair in a Human Torture Rack backbreaker. I loved Ric Flair more than Lex, but I still like Lex, and I love the Lex Luger backbreaker. So I just love this picture of this action picture with Luger having Flair in a Human Torture Rack. So this is my number 10 favorite magazine cover. Okay, here's my number 9 favorite wrestling cover, The Wrestler, January 1989, with the Midnight Express. Said, the Horsemen destroyed, the world title gained, but the Midnight Express still must prove themselves. Just this cover, the Midnight Express with all the gold. The first time I've ever seen one team hold 2 belts like that. I never said at that time I had never seen anything like that, and having them beat Tully and Arn for the tag team belts was shocking. I did not expect that. So just see this picture, I loved it with them all the gold. Never seen anybody do that before. So this is one of my favorite covers. So I just love it, because of the Midnight Express with all the gold. So this is my number 9 favorite magazine cover. My number 9 favorite magazine cover is the July 1988 Inside Wrestling magazine with Kerry Von Erich and Michael Hayes on the cover. It says, "A toast to wrestling's odd couple. Kerry Von Erich and Michael Hayes unite." This is just kind of a crazy magazine cover with 2 complete opposite characters on the magazine cover. The wholesome character of Kerry Von Erich and the crazy wild character of Michael P.S. Hayes. Kerry Von Erich holding a bottle of milk, a glass of milk, and Michael Hayes holding a bottle of Jack Daniels. So just the oddness of this too made this one of my favorite covers. So yeah, yeah, just funny, interesting cover. I know my number seven favorite cover is the February 1990 issue of The Wrestler with Lex Luger and Sting on the cover. Can Sting keep Luger from the NWA belt? Luger saying, "I want Flair now," and Sting is like, "Over my dead body." There was another cover that was similar to this. It was wrestling, I think 1990 or maybe wrestling 88, I think. And it was these two there, and they had a trophy, and they was both holding a trophy, the future world champion trophy. Now I like that cover better, but unfortunately I do not have that. But this is kind of like the closest thing to that. These two are the future of the NWA, so just a big fan of this cover. So my number 7 favorite magazine cover. My number 6 favorite magazine cover, the January 1988 issue of The Wrestler with the Road Warriors on the cover. The experts agree the Road Warriors would turn bad in 1988, and they were right. They did. They turned bad in '88. But just the Road Warriors, man. How can you go wrong with a Road Warriors cover? Like every Road Warriors cover is awesome. Um, they just made for good covers. So I love them with, of course, with the black spikes. That's why I think Road Warriors will always be on whatever cover the Road Warriors are on. Is always going to be some of my favorite covers. So yes, this is my number 7. My number 6 favorite wrestling magazine cover. Okay, now here's my number 5 favorite wrestling cover. September 1984 issue of The Wrestler with Kerry Von Erich after he won the NWA World Title from Ric Flair. Kerry Von Erich wins the NWA World Title for David, for Texas, for wrestling. And I just love, the way he's posing with the belt. And, you can see a little bit of the yellow rose of Texas and the Texas flag. And, it was a great, once again, this happened before I started watching, but when you go back and hear the story and stuff, it was just a great story. He wins it for his brother who passed away. Just a great cover, so this is my number 5 favorite magazine cover. Sorry if I'm losing track of the numbers of counting. My number 4 favorite magazine cover, is the March 1985 issue of Pro Wrestling Illustrated, the Achievement Awards 1984. And, you just have all of this goodness right here. All of Ric Flair, Kerry Von Erich, the Road Warriors, all great covers in themselves. But then when you put them together and have them holding the awards, which I just always love the covers when you would see the wrestlers holding the awards that they won. So you got Ric Flair winning Wrestler of the Year. I think Kerry Von Erich win Most Popular Wrestler of the Year. The Road Warriors winning Tag Team of the Year, and Paul Ellering winning Manager of the Year. So, I always love the Achievement Award magazine covers, but particularly the ones where they hold the awards. And this is also one of my favorites. So this is my 4th favorite wrestling magazine cover. My number 3 favorite wrestling magazine cover, Ric Flair versus Buddy Rogers, the battle for wrestling survival. This is just, Ric Flair versus Buddy Rogers, the battle of the Nature Boys. The original Nature Boy and the most popular Nature Boy of all time. You don't see, at least I haven't seen too many matches or photos of these guys wrestling each other. So when I saw this magazine cover, I had to order it. This is history right here. Ric Flair versus Buddy Rogers. So just this alone, no explanation is really needed for this magazine cover, just except for it's Ric Flair versus Buddy Rogers. So this is my 3rd favorite magazine cover. My 2nd favorite wrestling magazine cover, the Hart Foundation, WWF Magazine, August 1990, with the Hart Foundation. Just Hart Foundation was one of my favorite tag teams of all time, and this was just a cool cover. The Bret Hart, the Anvil. Just, the Hart Foundation's Hitman and Anvil look to rumble with demolition. So yeah, and especially during this era, because they were good guys, but they would be wrestling everybody. They would wrestle the Rockers, they would wrestle Demolition, they wrestled anybody. So this was the era of my favorite era of the Hart Foundation. And they about to win the titles at SummerSlam, and one of my favorite matches of all time too. So, of course, this is why I had to pick. This is my number 2 favorite wrestling magazine cover. And finally, my number 1 favorite wrestling magazine cover, which is I think a lot of people's favorite wrestling magazine cover, is the December 1988 issue of Pro Wrestling Illustrated with the 4 Horsemen on the cover. The 4 Horsemen's Revolving Door, who's next to go? And it's got the World Tag Team Champions Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, the United States Champion Barry Windham, and of course the World Champion Ric Flair. This is what everybody considers the best version of the Horsemen, even though they really didn't stay long together. I guess I can't remember exactly when Barry Windham joined, but it was maybe the summer all the way to September, maybe early April or something. they weren't together that long, you know, because then Tully and Arn left in September, so it was less than a year. But they made an impact. They definitely made an impact for that short run. So this is, you know, the cover that I luckily got this. You know, this is my original cover. I got this back in '88. So you know, I see this stuff on eBay for like 50 some dollars and stuff, and more than that. So I'm very lucky that I got it. When I got it, I didn't know I was going to be having the cover that so many people would eventually love to look at, but and love to have. But I lucked out on getting this. So yes, this is my favorite magazine cover, and it was very hard to narrow it down to the top 10 because I know there's plenty of magazines I have that I would love to have made the top 10. I probably could have made a top 20, a top 30 probably, and maybe I might do that sometime. I might come back with more magazines, another magazine list. But this right here is my top 10 favorite wrestling magazine covers all time. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and once again, thank you for the 100 subscribers that subscribed to my channel. I didn't think I would get that much, so thank you. So I hope you enjoy the videos. So thank you, and I will see you again later.